Hello, Leo. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Animal Wisdom Tarot by Don Brunk, illustrated by Ola Leola. It's by CICO Books. I think that's the... Yep, CICOBooks.com if you want to go there and figure out more stuff about that. If you're interested, I believe that's a newer deck. I really do. Can't remember for sure. Magical Spell Cards by Lucy Cavendish are the Oracle cards. The back of this box, I swear it's so grudgy. It's illustrated by Jesse Reish. I swear every time I try to clean it, I just rip it. So it looks grudgy. Sorry. Anyway, what do we have for Leo? Like this is a door of something. What are we doing with that? Ooh. What? That's okay. Okay, we gotta get there first. 1, 2, 3. You got contradictive cards at the end. Okay, we'll see when we get there. Starting off, you have energy. It seems like that's normal for Leo. Y'all have a lot of energy, usually. There's a couple upside down cards going on here for you. I don't think this is bad, but you might be like recalibrating something. I feel like this might be an out of character moment. Because Leo is usually like a doer. They get things done, they keep going, they do this, they do that, right? Like they don't sit around and think about things too much. They're more likely to do something. And I'm getting energy on your side that, like, you're actively doing whatever you're doing. It's by itself too, so it's kind of like, you know, I feel like life is good at this moment. Like I'm very active, I got things going, I'm just doing what I do, I'm going from one thing to the next. It's not bad, seems fine. Then I got peace in the environment with this. It's blocking this other card, which is Harvest reversed. Somebody is like not letting you know that something needs to get done. It's almost like it feels like they should be doing it, and they're not, and they're kind of keeping it out of your view. At the time this is happening, it's like they're keeping it out of your view. And this peace card with the upside down harvest is like, it's almost like they're not doing something because they don't want it to be finished off. They're not doing something they should be. I keep getting that. But their why is very... like, they seem to think that it's... like, they're happy not doing it. I don't know. I feel like they're neglecting something they shouldn't be. Because this card, Harvest Reversed, this isn't right. It's kind of like, if you don't reap the last harvest, it just goes... it spoils. Like, the animals will get it or something. I guess that's okay, but... you're not going to get out of it what you should. It's not going to wait forever. And I'm getting that with this energy too. It's not going to wait forever. And they're just ignoring something that they can't just... it can't be like they can just bank it to the side and when they're ready for it, they'll do it. It won't work that way. With that harvest energy is like if they leave it off to the side too long, it's just going to go to waste. They also have Spinner here. Spider. Sacred Spinner. At some point they got to realize that this isn't right, but I feel like they're going to get to the point where it's going to start working either one way or another. See, this is very interesting. Spider to me talks about communication. The Weaver of Webs, somebody mentioned that recently, which I agree with. But also in this deck, I believe this is the Wheel of Fortune. That's how it's coming across. So it's kind of like they can only ignore something for so long before it's going to come forward that, you know, that's not right. Somebody's going to notice it. It's kind of like the cornfield that's being neglected and somebody finally saying, hey, why did you bother planting that cornfield if you were just going to let it go to waste? Like, you're not doing anything with it. even if the animals are eating some of it, they're not going to eat nearly half of it anyway. Most of it's going to go to waste. What are you doing? Somebody else is calling this out. They're seeing this and they're like, this isn't right. Like, so and so is just kind of like not taking on the responsibilities like they should, and all that work that went into that is going to go to waste. And this communication is coming out. You're getting wind of this. Magical Powers is a very interesting card in this. A lot of times I take it like the Magician card, but I'm getting like somebody else is trying to make something happen here, and the person who's supposed to be doing it, the person who should be doing it, is not. And they know that you will if they can get your attention. If they can get your attention, they feel like they can get you to help, or at least do it, or one of the two. And they're purposely pushing it towards you. It's like the information is purposely coming towards you. For some reason, even if it's just the universe doing it, information is coming towards you. You then get the Camel, which is the Seeker of Branches, which is kind of like the Page of Wands. You don't even think about it. You're just like, oh yeah, that needs to get done. So you just go over there and do it. Oh yeah, that needs to get done. It's kind of like, that seems to be how you're reacting to it. Yep, that needs to get done. And you just go over there and do it. Like, yep, that just needs to get done. Okay, this is how we're starting off. This is very peculiar to me because I don't see you getting annoyed. I don't see you getting angry. I just see you kind of like, yep, that needs to get done, and you just do it. You don't seem to be questioning like how it got where it got. I'm not sure why. At this point, it's not. I'm not getting like. Maybe you're too busy to think about the reason. You're just like, it just needs to get done. I'm just going to do it because I got a lot of other things to do. So I'm just going to go over there, do that, and go over and do something else. I think you might have a lot of things going on. It's just kind of like, I don't got time to like police somebody on this crap. I'm just going to do it and move on. You got true love come to you, the Magic Mermaid seduction. You take care of it. Whatever the situation is, you take care of it. Done. Moving on. That's that. Done. You're very happy with this outcome. And the energy over here is strength and imagination. Somebody else actually feels bad about this. Which, you know, if they're dropping the ball and then you save the day, I mean, I just feel like they just neglected something. Like, I keep feeling the word neglect. Like, it's not that they couldn't do it, they just didn't do it. And somebody's bothered by this. Like, I'm getting imagination and the strength card, but the imagination sometimes in this deck comes forward like it's almost like opportunities slipping through. It's kind of like, is imagination going in a positive way or a negative way? Because imagination goes both ways. You know, you can use imagination to drive yourself crazy or to make things better. Not always good, you know what I mean? So, which way are they going with it? And I feel like they're very stressed about this because it's kind of like they wanted something to happen. They wanted it to happen a certain way, and it didn't happen the way they wanted it to. But they have nobody to blame but themselves because they neglected something. It just nothing got done with it. So you stepped in, took care of it. But it's not like you were going to sit around and wait for people to tell you how to do it. That wasn't the point. You just went in there and took care of it. So it didn't get done the way they wanted it to get done. But they neglected it, so that's just too bad for them. I mean, what else do you want to say about that, right? I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. Between you and this energy, you got the Death card and the Courage card. It's Moth, Omen of Death. It's got a moon feel to it, but there's kind of like, there's a problem here. Because I feel like at some point it needs to be addressed. Like, this person, this was their responsibility. They were supposed to make it happen. They wanted to make it happen a certain way. They dropped the ball. They neglected it. And all their plans didn't really come to fruition because they neglected it. So it was done just the way you knew how to do it. You just got in there and got it done. If they wanted it done the way they wanted it done, they needed to do it. I'm getting the Death card here. Like, this person might be like stepping down or something. They might be stepping down. I feel like the Death card here is somebody might be stepping down. This is, okay. I think the rest of this at the end is starting to make more sense to me. Because the Death card, like, something is ending. Something is definitely ending. It's kind of like this other person, if push comes to shove and they really they're going to just sit there and just not do it. They're going to neglect things. Well, then we're not going to give them that responsibility. And that's what's best for them. for whatever reason, and I do have like, I don't want to say sympathy, what? I don't know what the word is, but like I understand that for whoever this person is, there might be some type of reason they can't do it. Like they might be emotionally stunted, or not stunted, that's kind of rude. Like some type of anxiety or something that holds them back from completing things. Like they might not have the mental ability to do it. Not in a negative way, but just like they just might not have what it takes to make stuff like that really to make that happen anymore. Either they don't have it anymore, or just something it's not really a natural part of their personality. Something, it's just not a role they should be in currently. And I'm getting health-wise, this is better for them to be taken out of this situation. And because I feel like when I'm getting best possible decision on your side, I think you're going to take this situation over. Whatever it was, I keep using this cornfield analogy, and I'm not sure why, which is technically food. I guess that's why I do food analogies all the time. So this cornfield got planted, everything got put together. When it was time to do the harvest, they just ignored it. They neglected it. You had to step in and take care of it yourself. Instead of letting that process repeat, you're just like, listen, I'll just oversee the cornfield myself. I'll tell people what to do. When something needs to be picked up, I'll just do it myself. You don't have to do that anymore. I'm going to take this responsibility from that person, and I'm just going to do it. That way it gets done. Best possible decision. The health in the environment is telling me this is the best possible decision for you and them. I don't know if they're really going to like that, but I'm also getting like they're going to have to be a supportive player. Even though they're not going to lead it and they're not going to be in control of it anymore, they're still going to have to be a supportive player. Because I'm getting the Three of Fossils for them, the Three of Pentacles, they're going to have to be a part of the work ethic here. But it's going to be one of those things where you're going to have to tell them what to do, and I feel like they'll do it because I feel like that'll work better. You're going to have to tell them what to do and give them deadlines to when it has to be done by, because I feel like that's what's going to happen here. I'm getting the Nine of Branches, like you're holding the line here. This is the best possible decision. I think you're taking over and you're telling this person what to do and when to do it. And that's what they need. This is not a new beginning. They're making this a big point. Because I saw this in the beginning and I'm like, what are we saying with this? This is not a new beginning, but this is going to work out a lot better. So it's like the same situation, it's just you're in control. Somebody else used to be in control or was supposed to be in control, but it just didn't work out. Now you're in control and it works a lot better. Not a new situation, just a much better outcome with the Lover's card or the Romance card, which to me sometimes talks about passing the test or things working out much better than they did before. It doesn't have to be literal romance. Just saying like things are very harmonious and everybody's happy. You seem to be a lot more happy too. Kind of like, I don't have to run around and make sure that that's working right. I know it is now and I'm in control of it now. I just got to tell people what to do. Eight of Fossils, things work a lot better. Things seem to it's like the machine is working correctly. It's like a well-oiled machine at this point. This works out a lot better. The Eight of Pentacles is telling me, which Fossils, Pentacles, same thing, is telling me this is how this is going to work out a lot better. Whoever this other person is, they are who they are. They seem very thankful that you're doing this, by the way, because I see them still connected to the situation. They have a lot of gratitude towards you. I'm really feeling some gracious gratitude, thankful energy here. They do seem like they're a good supportive energy too for you. It's like, I think they lack direction. It's almost like a person who just has a hard time staying in the right, like they just don't, they see a possibility and they're supposed to get something done, but then they get very sidetracked so easily and they just don't get things done like they're supposed to. But with you there, you give direction, and you're like, get this done. This needs to be done by then. You just keep pushing them, like, I'm going to be looking for that. You better have that. It just simplifies this, and it gives them the direction they need. I feel like this person might just have a hard time seeing a task from beginning to end. They just may go all over the place. And with you leading the way, they're like, oh, that needs to be done. The Leo is going to expect that. Okay, I got to do this. They stay on task. They stay on task and get things done. This is much better. I don't see this stressing you, by the way. I see you kind of wondering, like, every now and then you seem to be kind of like, why do I have to police this? I feel that energy for you, like, why do I have to police this yet again? But it doesn't seem like it's that bad. I feel like you very much get along with this person. I don't think there's a negative energy there, but it's kind of like, to you it's very simple. Kind of like, if this isn't that complicated, why does this have to be so hard for them? I feel like they might be one of those people that has a hard time sticking to a task and getting it done from beginning to end. Like they might go all over the place and they just get confused, or not confused, distracted, I want to say. So you taking the lead is going to make this worse. Worth it. Work. It's not going to make it worse. Because the word worse came out of my mouth. Why? If they're upset, or if they seem to be a little underhanded, by the way, ignore it. Because the proof is in the pudding. You need to be the one leading. That's just how it is. It's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it. I just feel like you're worried that this might go worse if you tell this person what to do. In truth, they need that direction. They need somebody to help give them direction, and you're going to have to be that person. All right. I keep trying to make sure we're okay with that, but I've gone around it enough times. I'm confident that that's where we're going. You need to be in control. That's just how it is. All right. We're going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.